Welcome to episode 30 of Boston's Big Three. We've been doing this for 30 weeks. Not straight. We had a little hiatus in the middle during the holiday season. We got families. We have families. We have to celebrate. We have lives. We gotta make sure that our what's the thing?
Bags are secured.
Yeah, that we have food on the table. That's what I'm saying. I need to feed my kids, dude. I don't have kids. I'm only 21. But anyways, Boston's Big Three, episode 30, hot start, sponsored by 1-100. 1-100. We say this every single week. You should be able to say it along with me if you've been listening. But 1-100 is the only online raffle website giving fans and experience seekers a chance to win tickets to live sporting events, concerts, music festivals, and more. Whether it be from your desktop or mobile device, winning tickets to your favorite event has never been so easy and fun. Choose your desired event, purchase a raffle ticket into the draw, and you can be the lucky winner. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, but the most important story is Demi Lovato hit the under.
I am so pissed off about that. Super Bowl Sunday, we came on here, Tyler, and we talked because we talked about the Tacko Fall night last Saturday. We wanted to recap that, and we wanted to go into Sunday. For a week and a half straight, I was looking at that Demi Lovato over-under, and I wanted it. It was so tasty, to the fact that I even said last Saturday at the Celtics game, I had my phone out. This is how much of a degenerate I am. Had my phone out, and I just put the timer on, and it was 1:58. The girl at the Celtics game on a Saturday night went over than Demi Lovato. I ended up getting it in at 2 minutes and 4 seconds the day of, and I put $250 on it. I was like, I am so sure on this. I'm going to put $250 down. Now, to some of you out there, you're like, oh, you're a pussy. You should have put more down. Like, that's not. And others like, oh, damn.
Less down. It's
a lot.
But, you know, a lot of people have big dicks out there, keyboard warriors. We know all about that. So I put $250 down. I did it on Bovada. And I was at GRD's place. I went up to his house. We had a little party going on. And I told everyone to shut the fuck up. And I had my timer ready. I had my stopwatch. And the second that you start, that's when you start.
You could tell.
She was not carrying anything.
Yeah.
Like, she was just so nervous on that stage that she was just going right through it. And, you know, when the bombs bursting in air, like, she wouldn't carry it. She wouldn't carry it at all. And I knew that when it was about a minute in, I was like, that's it. It's the under. And I think it came in at 1:52 was the official time. Fuck Demi Lovato. And I said that. I
have a theory.
Before you get into that, I'm on my rant right now, okay? Fuck Demi Lovato. Fuck her for that. There was a trend every single time she had a major event. It goes longer and longer. And I know Stafford is 100% true. Stafford said she's going to purposely go under because she's like, everyone wants me to go over. And you know what? Screw everybody else. I'm just so pissed. Two things. Number one, wait. I know you're going to get to it. All right. I'm so mad about it. All right. Number one, even if she hit it and I won that money, it was $250 to win for something. I would have been up like $700. I would have put it all in the Niners, and I would have lost it all. So I saved myself early on. Number two, she was getting shit on Twitter. I think she was getting booed inside the stadium, but she was getting shit on because she looked a little darker. Some people are saying that, I don't know if she put a little extra bronzer on there or anything like that.
Miami effect.
The Miami effect there. But let me tell you something. It was a bad start for the Super Bowl, but you know, at the end of the day, we had fun. It was a good time. And the last couple hours this week, I'm vibing right now. I'm drinking a bunch of Bud Lattes. It's been a while on this podcast. I've been drinking Bud Lattes. By the time, if you're listening right now, this is going to be the soberest that I'll be because I'm going to start slurring my words later on. Go ahead with your conspiracy theory.
86% of people bet on the over. Jeez. Demi Lovato and her crew had to have put all of their savings money in the under, and Demi just nails the under. She made so many people. Why?
Because I read online that you can only bet up to $10,000 for prop bets.
Then they put $10,000 on.
Well, what's $10,000 to Demi Lovato?
It's not to Demi Lovato. It's to her people that she has to take care of.
You know what I'm mad about? Boston Fro, and I'm going to call him out right now, and you've seen it, said, oh, I knew it was going to be under. I knew it was going to be under after it was over, because he's working for anyone who follows Boston Fro knows that he works. He knows that he works for Fox and he does these different things. He's actually going to be working the XFL coming up. And this guy's like, I knew it was going to be the under because he probably has some sort of script. Why don't the fuck you tell me the inside information? I know it's illegal. You're not going to help me out win 250, but you should have told me something.
So what I hear from this is that Fro owes you $250.
He does. Absolutely. I need that money.
I feel like Joe Stafford could
what color was the Gatorade?
Too.
Orange?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I put 4 bets down on this game. 3 of them were prop bets. 1 of them was on the Niners. So already 0 for. I took the over as well on Demi Lovato's national anthem. But speaking of the Gatorade, I put money on the purple Gatorade line because it was just moving all up and down. I got it while it was plus 1,100, and it dropped to minus 150. So I was pretty excited that there was going to be some purple Gatorade at the end of the game. And then I also took heads on the coin flip, and tails failed me.
Did anyone ask if I bet? No. Do you know why? Can you see this number? How much money I have in my bank account?
100?
No, that's called 5 cents. A whole nickel is in my bank account. I am falling on a budget. I work. It's hard out here, dude. I can't bet.
I got a quarter for you. Just go do your laundry.
I just paid Woke Gene more money to go do a raid tonight, and I got all these unscratched scratch tickets right here, $180 that I'm trying to make up for my money there.
You will never win the scratch tickets ever. I worked with.
Say that right now, and then the next podcast will be. So
listen,
I have $1 million.
This is what happens. The past 2 summers, I worked at least 55 to 60 hours a week, like every week, with just these people. One of my favorite jobs ever. They're just tenting, just going out in the field, just putting up a bunch of tents. I don't know, gritty, blue collar.
Middle of America work.
All these people, yeah, exactly. They get hammered after work. They get stoned during work. They just chill. Like, they just do their own thing. No questions asked. Keep your head down. Grind, like, whatever it's called. Grindstone. To the grindstone or something. I don't know. We get paid on Mondays. Every Monday, they would buy at least half their check worth of scratch. And the most I've seen them win in 2 summers is $500.
Oh.
However, this one dude, he won, I think it was $750,000. And he lost that within 3 months.
Oh my God.
The scratch ticket is not the way, Babz.
How do you lose that much money that quick?
You gotta be optimistic.
Of course, crashed his car, didn't buy a house.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, look at this. This says it's loaded with $50, $100, and $500 prizes. I'm guaranteed to hit a couple 500s on this. Merry blast. Christmas was like 2 months ago, but I'll still hit on this.
Yeah, How do you? Everybody knows it. Because people buy the tickets at the front of the thing around Christmas season, saying, "I'm going to give you some scratch tickets," and they don't count the winners until the very end. The last couple are always going to be the winners.
Win up to $4 million. Our company by tomorrow will be worth $4 million.
We'll live scratch.
Live scratch with this right here.
Live scratch. Let's do it.
I don't like the ticket number. It's ticket number 97 right here. For those at home that are watching, live scratch. You guys got to keep talking while I scratch this because live scratch right here.
You got to keep us informed. You got to comment.
All right, here's my numbers right now.
What 21,
20. I got a quarter. What quarter? Well, the quarter is a 1992, the year after I was born. I got a 21, 2, 6. Here, real quick. I'm gonna name the numbers. Every number that I say, first player that pops in your head. Any
Malcolm
score.
Butler.
21.
Malcolm Butler.
2.
Xander Bogaerts.
Derek Jeter. 6.
LeBron.
1.
Ian Kinsler. 1.
12.
Brady.
Brock Holt.
I take you that long. 25. Barry Bonds. All right, here we go. 19.
That was quick. 19.
Is that JBJ?
Yeah.
14.
Brandon Cooks.
3. Babe Ruth.
Sandy Leone.
Literally any NBA player.
22. 23. LeBron James. 7. 28. 18. 17.
Celtics.
24.
No winners.
15. 26.
Electric podcast.
13. 11. All right, I didn't win on this one.
All right, so you,
But you know what?
just
I
goes
have
to
two
show.
more.
never
I have
win.
2 more right here. So you know what?
We're
Those
not
will
gonna-
come later. I'm not doing
have to-
that.
All right,
You'll have to let us
speaking
know
of losers,
what's
Kyle
close.
Shanahan's very good at it. Kyle Shanahan is the Babs of scratch tickets to coaching Super Bowls. He blew what 2? He was technically he was the offensive coordinator or something like that, defensive coordinator during the 20-3, 20-10 with 7 minutes or 10 minutes left or something like that. And everyone's talked about this before. We're a couple days after the Super Bowl, a little late, but who cares? You'll live. As soon as Mahomes makes that 3rd and 15 after Tyreek Hill drops that ball, the game is over. I'm like, like Mahomes plays like college football style, and the fact that he can score 14 points in 2 possessions like that, like in 2 minutes. That's all I have to say.
I blame John Lynch coming down early. How eerie similar was that to the Falcons game? Although it wasn't the 28-3 and it wasn't that big lead, but Shanahan should have learned from that. It's just funny to see that. Hey, what did I say though? I said the final 2 minutes, it's going to be in one of these quarterbacks' hands, except that they didn't win it. Jimmy G is god awful. First of all, you got to give a lot of credit to the Chiefs because that's 3 postseason games in a row that they've been down double digits. They come back and storm right back and win that game. Pat Mahomes definitely deserves to be a Super Bowl champion. I hate Brittany Lane, whatever her name is, the girlfriend from Mahomes. She actually relaxed a lot. I was eyeing her Instagram. I was eyeing her feed. I don't know about Jackson or anything like that. I didn't look at his TikToks, but she calmed down a lot. And I'm pretty sure Pat Mahomes was like, you need to fucking calm down going into the Super Bowl. I ain't going to be dealing with this. Even at the parade today, that she didn't even really post anything about her screaming and shit like that. But Mahomes definitely deserves the championship. Andy Reid, like that. It's not like I'm mad. Like that whole Niners Chiefs, like not upset at all. Whoever ends up winning. Jimmy G was rattled in that 2 minutes though. Mm-hmm. Jimmy G, 427 yards, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions for the entire postseason over 3 games. That's his stat line over 3 games. That's how bad Jimmy G was this postseason. And like I said, if the Niners ended up winning, the whole thing here was going to be, well, should we have moved on from Brady and kept Jimmy G? And it now looks better in Belichick's, realm.
Looks a little more like balanced out. It looks like
it does. It looks like Jimmy G was carried with his team around him. Absolutely true, 100%. They just could not finish that off, and just again, props to Kansas City. But if people said that was a boring Super Bowl or whatever, no, it wasn't. It was 10-10 at halftime.
It was super fast, I feel.
It was 20. It was 2010.
Very fast-paced offense.
And then all of a sudden it's 24. It was 24-20. I mean, that was a good Super Bowl. If for someone that's casual, you take the last 3 Super Bowls that the New England Patriots have not been in, and that was actually the better Super Bowl because you take the Peyton Manning year, he played against Super Bowl 50 against the Carolina Panthers, where Cam Newton wouldn't want to draw, he didn't want to even grab the ball on the fumble, and the Panthers looked pretty crappy that game. And then the one before that was the Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks, where the Broncos got destroyed right at the start, safety, right to begin the game. So in the last 3 Super Bowls, not counting New England, that was a good Super Bowl. It was interesting. It was good. Good back and forth.
It was interesting to see, like, as a casual fan of everybody else that's not like the Patriots. I'm tuning in. I'm like the rest of America. I'm tuning in to watch the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't I? What else are you going to do on a Sunday night when the Super Bowl's on? And like seeing that the Patriots weren't in it for the first time in 3 years, you just kind of like turning the game on. I'm kind of like doing my own thing on my phone and not really tuned into the game as much, but like Patrick Mahomes and making these exciting plays. It's like, it's turning my eyes, like getting my attention. Like, I think that's definitely what the NFL wants to see. And I think it's a really good thing that he did win his first Super Bowl at such a young age too. Like first player to win MVP and Super Bowl or a Super Bowl that age. He's really young to do that.
Let me say
Worst
this.
MVP in Super Bowl history.
Just
Damian Williams got robbed.
No, fuck that. No, he didn't. No. That last touchdown by Damian Williams didn't even matter. That didn't matter. It was a garbage touchdown. Mahomes
still a stat.
Screw you. Mahomes scored the first touchdown. He rushed the first touchdown in there. Because we have our little group chat here, and Stafford was involved in this. Stafford's the football guy. I wish Stafford was here right now because I know he would break down the game a lot better than us three. No, don't say that. That's fucked up. Than us three. Us three
Stafford,
jabronis.
I'm kidding.
But Mahomes rushed it in, and he also threw 2 touchdowns. That's three total touchdowns for Mahomes right there. Mahomes played a really good game. And
I have a question though. Why are we giving MVPs to someone who played a good
James White should have
football?
James
White
White
the ball out.
James White should have won the MVP Super Bowl 51, 100%. He was the reason. Check his receptions and check his stat line, and he scored the game-winning touchdown. MVP, game-winning touchdown. James White should have had that, and they gave it to Tom.
I like Mahomes. I just don't think he should have won. Simple as that.
Well, you shut up, dude. You're wrong.
The problem with that is Mahomes spread the ball out, and that's what worked for Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it.
Been in the talks for MVP, but he did a thing, so I don't think they'd give it to him. But I don't know. Any final thoughts on the Super Bowl before we talk about the real news of the night? Is that Tacko fits in a go-kart?
All right. Well, there's so much to talk about the Super Bowl. First of all, I woke up on Super Bowl Sunday and I wasn't even excited.
It's weird. I felt that. Yeah.
I since that loss against Tennessee, every single Sunday in the Saturday games, I woke up and never cared about football. And the Super Bowl Sunday, the biggest day of the year, I get excited even when the Pats aren't in it, and they just didn't feel it. I just was like, it's just another day. I didn't even watch the pregame until about 5:30. I just did not care the entire day for that. We have to talk about the halftime show too. I thought the halftime show was really good. Shakira knew what she was doing with that. She knew exactly.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, she's becoming a meme.
Yeah,
she was already made.
Smart marketing there, smarketing right there, and just I thought that was one of the better halftime shows that made me stay interested and watch it. Then all of a sudden, the Twitter world just blows up and was just trying to shit all over it, and it's I don't know. I didn't even get into it because
I saw J-Lo in the back before she went on stage. She was getting a tattoo on her forearm, like Tacko Fall. So I don't know, that's marketing right there. But.
And we had to talk about 2 other things. First of all, Trump having 2 commercial Super Bowl ads. I thought that was kind of wild. I didn't really watch them, but I just saw that because it's campaign season coming up this year. So that's gonna be the major thing come September, other than the Twins. And then number 2 was Tom Brady's Hulu commercial. Tom Brady's Hulu commercial. I'm not going anywhere. That made everyone's dick
that
get
was
so
great
hard.
Marketing.
But that could also mean that he's not leaving the NFL. I'm not retiring. I'm not going anywhere.
That's what it means right now. That's what it means right now. But just the post that had everybody up in arms, just the black and white image of him walking into or out of the tunnel, that was genius.
It made me so mad.
It was frustrating as all hell when it came out. We're just what the hell?
You're telling me I was stressing over a Hulu commercial for the past week? Are you kidding me?
The Hulu curse. You got to look up the Hulu sports curse, man. All these players like Baker Mayfield, Hulu has live sports. What happened to him? Giannis, you know what happens to you? You don't make the NBA finals because of that.
He's also going to win
Embiid. Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I just say this.
Fox, still very good at basketball.
When he goes, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, everyone in New England, you post about it around here. Everybody in New England's like, he's coming back. He's coming back. Well, he can't technically say Patriots because free agency hasn't started yet. This guy is not a moron. Tom Brady's going to go test the free agency market. He would be stupid to sign a contract with the New England Patriots. The only reason why he would do that and sign a contract with the New England Patriots is to say, I just want to retire a Patriot. I don't care about the rest of my next 2 to 3 or 4 years. I'm going to retire as a Patriot. He would be stupid not to see what the Vegas Raiders are going to offer him and what the LA Chargers are going to offer him. And I got pissy in this because I said this exactly, that he's doing the Gronk social media and playing with people's minds. Even today with that stupid little answer question, what team you playing for next year? And he goes, yeah, you're shaking your head. No, I don't buy into this until he signs on the dotted line. And I'm the guy that's supposed to be the most positive person out there. The Mr. Spike King. You're always Team Patriot. I'm Team Patriot. I'm Team Bill Belichick. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, screw you, Tom Brady. Until you sign on that dotted line, I will believe it. Just like Kyrie Irving. Oh, don't compare Kyrie Irving to Tom Brady. Screw you, dude. Kyrie Irving said to everybody in the TD Garden, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to Boston. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they said, see you later. Tom Brady, I'm telling you right now, will not be back on the New England Patriots next season. They're moving on from him. Free agency is going to start. The Vegas Raiders are going to make him an offer. LA is going to make him an offer. He's going to have a couple other offers out there. The Patriots are in the worst spot to get him back. And I just my mind hurts so much reading. I'm mad. I'm mad because Skarnecki retired. They have no O-line. They have no receivers. They have to spend all this money in other places. People think magically the Patriots, oh, well, listen, Hulu paid Brady $30 million to do that, and it's going to get kicked back this way and that way. Stop being a moron about this. Brady's gone. It's
Can
over.
I have a counter offer?
Go ahead. Go talk.
The Patriots are going to be bad either way next year. You might as well have Brady. The Patriots are not going to be a good football team for a while. They're not going to be in the Super Bowl for a while.
That hurts him.
Okay, if either way, we're not going to be Super Bowl champions. And all right, but I have a thing about this.
It didn't hurt Peyton Manning's legacy.
That's what I'm saying. He spent the weekend with Peyton Manning. Do you think he was talking about like, hey, like how weird was it to leave the Colts to go to a different team and stuff like that? I don't know. I do not think that the Patriots are going to be good for a while. I think Belichick, as soon as he gets the coaching record, is out of here. And then we are just football fans instead of watching the Patriots do the same thing every week. That is also the craziest part of the Super Bowl. You're telling me that teams do this? Like fans who root for teams who never make the Super Bowl do this every single year? They just watch it. It's so stupid. I was so bored. Like, this is so dumb. Like, what am I doing? Wasting my time watching Patrick Mahomes win. And last thing, I just want to say shout out to Andy Reid. The dude's the man.
Babz, I just want to make sure you know I've timestamped this, so when September does come around, we can go back and post something from this podcast that says, you're on a rant. Tom Brady's not coming back. He's not coming back. We're going to come back to this. We're going to visit it.
I mean, I've been saying this. It's funny because you stupid keyboard warriors out there will say, oh, you'll disagree. Oh, you're an idiot. You're not even a Pats fan, this and that. But I'll have people at the, Celtics game come up to me and like, hey, your Tom Brady takes actually makes me think about something. It makes me actually think like, well, he's not signed yet and he's going to explore free agency. And it does make me think we don't have the money. Once you start doing the research into it, the Patriots aren't in a good position.
Well, it's because guys can't sign or do anything other than extensions really right now. Like the only thing you're seeing or that you can see is like possibly an extension from other players, even though Tom Brady's a free agent, you can't really do that. Or like a guy retires. That's the only kind of news you're going to get out of like the NFL's version of the hot stove right now.
Two more things and then we'll move on. Number one, the whole like Jimmy G gets traded to New England and like whatever happens and then Brady goes to San Fran. Stupid. If you're San Fran, you keep Jimmy G. You ride or die with him. Like you cannot get Brady for your 2 years just because he wants to play there because he grew up there. Number two, yes, Brady's been spending a lot of time with Manning. His forehead today looks like Peyton Manning. That forehead's starting to grow, man. And it makes me think that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, I cannot wait till Tom Brady's retired. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, I want him retired. I'm just saying him and Peyton Manning are going to be buddies. And they're funny. And they're going to do a lot of great things. And if I'm CBS or I'm ESPN or I'm NFL Network, I am throwing a fuck ton of money at both of them at the same time. And it actually makes me think that Peyton Manning's holding out and waiting for Tom Brady to come up. I would love to listen to those two call a game, or I would love to listen or see content from them coming up for every Monday Night Football. They could probably save ESPN Monday Night Football and just work once a week.
Do you think
they're
the
the only
Brady
ones
wants
that
to
could
do that though? Does Brady?
No, I doubt it.
I doubt it, but again, money talks. You never know. Hey, Brady, all we need you to do is once a week come on Monday Night Football and you guys do the pregame show. It's you and Peyton Manning, and you guys film one thing a week that you guys are doing a buddy thing. That's ratings that would make me want to watch. What's Peyton and Brady doing this week? Just find out in the next episode of Monday Night Football.
That's what the show's called. That's what the show's called. Just what are Brady and Manning doing this week? All right, speaking of losing homegrown talent, Mookie Betts traded last night. I was at a bar. I was the only one who really cared. I was like, all right, Mookie Betts traded. Like, this is fun. And everyone's like, dude, who cares? I'm like, well, me, the kid from Massachusetts. Not the
literally stopped everything I was doing. I was watching the Bruins game with my brother.
We knew it was coming, but it was
I know.
Like, all right, this is my biggest gripe with this.
It's like the Band-Aid finally got ripped off.
So many blue check mark morons, of people who think they're important in this world. Like, if you're like, I'm gonna say this now. and this is the exact field I'm going into. If you're like involved in media and everything, we are not put on this world to do anything important. We are put on this world to entertain and do stuff that makes us laugh. That's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. I'm not here to crunch numbers or make a difference in the world. I'm just trying to make myself laugh to like eventually kick the bucket. The people who are saying they're praising John Henry for going under the luxury tax. They're praising a billionaire, a $7.2 billion man, for saving money. And instead of keeping the arguably top 2 baseball talent in the entire league. But the
best homegrown talent the Sox have had since Yaz.
Like,
you just send them.
I will never understand. This is what I want to happen so bad. Nobody goes to Fenway next year. I want Baltimore Orioles type of attendance at Fenway next year. I want all these morons to stick together in Boston instead of all these pink hats coming to the game and be like, oh, let's go to Red Sox game. And then show up to a game, take a Snapchat story, take an Instagram picture, and leave. That still counts as a ticket bought. I want all these people to come together, say, we want Henry out of the office. Like, we are not in a good spot as the Red Sox. However, you can sign Devers and Bogarts, I'm sure, now and all that stuff. But Mookie Betts is gone for literally nothing. We got, what, a chump change guy back who
got one man named Alex Verdugo, who was a top 10 prospect in the Dodgers system last year.
All right, well, he better be the next, like, Barry Bonds. That's the only way this trade works.
Not.
Give him steroids and make him the next Barry Bonds.
So, I was at the event last night for Tacko Fall, my boy, and that trade ended up happening. And you don't forget, David Price is also involved in this as well, too. So I'm talking to our boy, the only Dido. There's only one out there, the only Dido. And he said, no matter what, Betts is going to be testing the free agency the next year. Mm-hmm. So this is a way to dump salary, to start, spreading that money other ways. Is this a way, and I'm talking to you, Watabe, is this a way that the Red Sox can take the David Price contract, they could take the Betts contract, dump it off, get a star-studded player to try to lure Betts to come back the next year to say, hey, we want you long-term, we will pay you long-term, but we want to show that we're actually putting a team around you, and we want to have that 1 year where we have something there to come back to Boston.
I was talking to some people that I talk baseball with, and we kind of referred back to the John Lester situation a few years ago, when you want him to come back and but you want to be optimistic when it comes to something like that, and your generational talent. Like Mookie Betts has really not had a public statement since this has happened, but has since said yeah, I didn't want to leave Boston, but also
interview with who, Jim
handed
Rice
him. We also handed him $300 million, and he said, nah, I just won't do that. But Mookie Betts is going to test free agency next year. That's a given, but I don't think it's going to be something that you'll see Mookie coming back to Boston. You might have a meeting with him, see, hey, what's up, but he's not going to be coming back. You might see if the only possibility that actually happens is if Mookie has just awful year. I'm talking numbers that start with a 1 in the batting average. Something that
with 3 zeros?
Exactly. Something that he's never done before in his career. He's probably going to be batting somewhere between 300, 320 with the Dodgers at the top of their lineup.
He has to have his career year though. He has to prove himself to get the money he's getting for it. He's playing for an extra $100 million.
He's playing for an extra $100 million this year, and I think you're going to see that in LA. I think it's going to be beneficial for him. He's batting at the top of a lineup, but he is playing against pitchers that he has not seen ever playing out there in the National League now. There's a lot of different ways to look at this.
My two takes is you're now putting him out in the LA market. Mm-hmm. If I'm Mookie, that's a great place to land for him. Market. A fantastic place. Beats the cold start in Boston. Mm-hmm. You're out in LA, and he can do a lot more than just baseball.
Summer nights.
He can do a lot more
outside.
Well, he can do a lot more than baseball in terms of marketing himself.
Right.
If I'm the Red Sox, I would have just took the risk and just have him stay here, but let the fans know that, hey, he might leave. And that way you have the entire 182 games or whatever the fuck it is.
And there's precedent for it.
That you could say that, hey, 162 games. Let's make sure that we say, stay Mookie, stay. Just like the Tom Brady thing is going on. Stay, Tom, stay. And he might see the love that's coming from Boston and be like, I might not get that anywhere else. And I want to stay here in Boston. And I think they should have took that and said, let's keep him. I said this on a prior podcast that they need to sign him. Give him all the money. Timeout. Go ahead.
This has nothing to do with the show, but I just got this is awesome. I got a message. I got ringside tickets to the WWE when they come here. I haven't watched WWE in forever, but I'm gonna be on TV.
When SmackDown, right?
Yeah, when they come to
Penn State.
Yeah. This is awesome. I'm gonna come in. Who is that guy?
You know what you should do?
I should come in and spear someone.
You should message Zach about that and maybe just let him know.
Let's like just he wishes Carl Malone's dead again or something. That was the wildest thing I've ever said.
Well, that intermission was likely brought to you by Anchor.
No. I've actually sat ringside after Super Bowl 51. I sat ringside SmackDown in here in Boston. I was on TV a bunch of times, and AJ Styles came up to me. He's a Falcons fan. He's like, "Why you gotta wear that? Like, why you gotta wear your Super Bowl 51 jersey?" And I also had the Atlanta Blue 28-3 lead sign. So you got to make a sign, bro. If you go sit ringside, you'll have a good ass time. It's fun.
I haven't watched WWE. I watched the Royal Rumble. That was it.
You don't have to watch wrestling to go to a live show and just have a good ass time.
Yeah. I watched wrestling
live shows are the best.
Growing up. Yeah.
Live shows are the best. Nice breaking news. That was actually a waste of our time, though. It really was.
I told you
especially
it was.
Especially when it's Mookie Betts talking.
I literally said this is a waste of time saying right nothing related to the show. I just had to get off my chest. All right, yeah, Mookie Betts. I might as well be in WWE. But anyways,
there's a whole lot of I have a whole bunch of different takes. You can see them. I wrote about it. It's on ridethewavemedia.com. It's top of the list right now. Definitely look
MLB
at it. At MLB Hot Corner, we got a whole bunch of things. What we gave in this deal, like Ty was talking about, we shaved all this money off, and we're actually gonna have potentially some money to spend before the start of the season. Which
stop there. What are you getting? What are you spending that money on?
Immediately, the only thing that I'm looking at is signing Brock Holt. Because John Henry, the front office management, they have lost.
Brock Holt! Oh my God! What a major signing!
That would be exciting.
Fair weather baseball fan is pissed that they traded Mookie Betts. Mookie. Like, all the kids love Mookie. He's a top 5 player in the MLB. Why wouldn't you love him? Bring Brock Holt back, and all the Red Sox fans will be, all right, we lost Mookie, but we got Brock Holt back. I think a lot of people would see that.
Got Griffin Holt back.
And we get Griff Holt back for big bombs. But we're saving a lot of money. So that's one of the points. We're getting a great prospect from the Minnesota Twins in this deal named Brusdar Graterol and Alex Verdugo from the Dodgers. Verdugo will likely be starting in right field this year, and Betts is kind of taking his spot in the outfield for the Dodgers. Graterol likely won't start on the opening day roster, so that's where that extra roster spot comes that we still have to fill. So why not pay a guy like Brock Holt to come back, who's still a free agent? Tyler's boy Yasiel Puig is still a free agent too.
It's gonna be a depressing.
The grittiest person in MLB history. Did you know about the Yasiel Puig story? Did you ever watch Boston or whatever that was, Sox and 4? R.I.P. Sox and 4, I'm sure. Wait, when's the last time Sox and 4 has been a thing?
Like 3 weeks ago.
I don't blame you. I blame those other kids. As soon as I left that show, they just stopped. All right. Tacko Fall fits in a golf cart. What are we talking about?
How's that work?
Or a Mario go-kart.
Go-kart.
No, Mario Kart.
All right, let me throw this on you here. All right, because last time we talked, obviously, the Tacko Fall tattoo, which it is just shedding like crazy. It is just, it hurts so much. My skin's coming off. But you guys have seen the videos out there. We went to Apex Entertainment yesterday. Shout out to them to have us come out. Great people. Good atmosphere over there. Never been there before. It's out in Marlboro. Myself and GRD actually showed up. We wore the taco costumes. You see the video? Tacko walking in to go do his signing. He smiled. He saw me. He knew what it is. Like, let me say this. Tacko, I seen this today because we're going to get more into it. And people are like, oh, like, he must get sick of this guy and this and that. No, Tacko loves me. Tacko respects me. I've talked to him personally, and he just loves everything I do. So this whole taco thing, he's just like, this kid's crazy. But at the same time, I'm not some loser that's in my mom's basement, just like, oh, I'm going to get a Tacko Fall tattoo and that's it. Because we're always out there doing crazy shit, dude. We're always putting our name out there. So Tacko did the way they have it set up is he did the pictures first and then he did a signing. So a couple of things I saw during the pictures, hilarious. Like I saw a little baby next to him. So many people are short. They had 2 young kids go on top of each other's shoulders to like be next to him. Some girl tried jumping up to like do like a jump up picture and knocked over like the background picture or whatever. So, but watching him stand there, he looked tired. He's just like, I want to get through this. 450 people plus staff members that got pictures with him. And then the second the last picture was done, he sat down. He's like, I need a rest for a little bit. So I got the inside information that he was going to do go-karts, bowling, and he was going to do like a little Celtics Pop-A-Shot arcade game. That event went on all the way till about 9:30. It was from 6 to 8. And he was getting tired, you could tell. But he was excited to go to go-karts. The second he went down to go to that of the go-karts, I ran. I was like, I got to get this video. He loved it. It was a good time. I'll say this too, because I'll just say it. Taco's getting ready. He's got his Louis Vuitton bag, his Beats by Dre. He gave them to me. He's like, hey, Brian. He said Brian. He knows my first name. That's what me and Tacko are first name basis right now. Hey, can you hold this? I got a couple pictures on his phone, which he's not a social media guy. He's not posting much out there, but I got a bunch of pictures on his phone. I knew ahead of time. Tacko Fall in a go-kart is fucking viral. Like it's fucking money. Like it's a video that people want to see. And you guys are chuckling because the Spike King, Brian, has been working on this for a fucking week now. I knew about this a week ago. And this is what they told me. They said, we want Tacko bowling, we want him go-karting, and we want him to do the Pop-A-Shot. I contacted him, WHDH Channel 7, and I said, hey, you guys need to be out there because this is going to happen. And that's just something you want out there. And why, Spike King, are you talking about this? Because I feel that my mind is underappreciated because I know what's going to be out there. You guys are laughing, but it's true. Like this past week, I took this couple.
It's true, but just hearing you with the Tacko Fall tattoo on your arm, the Patriots tattoo, my mind is underappreciated. I get it. Like we talked about last week.
Time out. I know what's gonna hit. I know what's gonna go viral, and I know what's gonna be out there for marketing.
But look at yourself. And if you say my brain is underappreciated,
it is. It is underappreciated. I don't care if you make fun of me for this tattoo right here. I don't care if you make fun of me.
It's all right. Some people aren't meant to be stupid.
You know what?
Time quote.
Listen. I knew it was going to be a big hit. That's why I focused and got some shitty quality video, slapped it together, posted it, and Bleacher Report was like, boom, we want this. We want to share it. All of a sudden, CBS Sports wants to steal our content, but we had the watermark on it. All of a sudden, NBC Sports reached out to us. ESPN reached out to us because I knew it was going to be a big hit. What is the slap in the face is this. I'm obviously the most unprofessional person out there, especially when you have a Tacko tattoo and you have 2 Super Bowl tattoos. But I go to major companies because I want to tie things in together. When I go to a company and tell you, this is going to be a hit, don't fucking slap me in the face and say, I don't want to talk to this kid. And you know what? Last night, Apex was good. Sure Shot was good. I still felt underappreciated. Dito knows that story. That's going to be a silent story because I felt that myself, GRD, or Ride the Wave, when we all come together, we put asses out there. 100% agreeing to that. We have something going on here in Boston, and I feel every single time underappreciated. Dude, it's Portnoy, dude, is a mentor to me. And like Portnoy and Barstool have set the mold. And I feel that we have done something great in Boston. And I still feel that we're underappreciative with all these major corporations out there. And it drives me. It really does. It makes me want to fucking shove my foot down your throat.
Wait a minute. There it is.
What was that?
I was waiting for someone to talk. You said shove my, and then you stuttered, so I was like, wait a minute. Like, just making sure, and then I started staring.
All right, now. I made you awkward to have awkward silence there. Listen, We killed it yesterday. Things went viral for us for Ride the Wave, and I feel that we're just very underappreciative. But Tacko Fall knows what's going on, dude. I told you, we said this the last podcast. What we're doing, there's a method to the madness. We read the text messages as well. People can talk their shit, but it makes me laugh because I took, this is the Super Bowl week that we just had, right? It should be Babz. Babz, you should be in Miami. I took 3 days off. I went up north, needed to clear my mind. The second I come down here, have a major meeting with the company that wants to work with Ride the Wave, that wants to sign Ride the Wave, and have us for the Red Sox, and have Spike King and shit for the Red Sox media and stuff. And all of a sudden, the next day, I get a Tacko Fall tattoo. The next day, we're on ESPN. The next day, we're on SportsCenter. The next day, we're getting prepped for Tacko Fall's event. We had a great ass time. And then the next day, we're on Bleacher Report, ESPN, and we're on NBC Sports and all that. So it just makes me laugh. Like, I know it's going to get out there. I know it's going to get clicks. Some people are like, you got the tattoo just for clicks. I got the tattoo because I'm a man of my word. Because I fucking came on here on this exact podcast and I fucking said I would get this tattoo if he made the team. Do I give a shit about a taco face on my tattoo? Nah, man. But this year with Tacko, since the summer, I'm going to look back on this and be like, what a wild summer it is. Like, what a wild
He's playing
time.
tonight, too. At least he's warming up. All the Celtics are out tonight.
He did get the call up tonight.
Yeah, he's in the Garden. I just saw a.
I asked him last night. I'm like, do you think you're gonna get called up because Tice is out? Good timing for Tice to get injured. Great timing for him to get injured because his name has been floated around in trade rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Marcus Smart a couple years ago. He broke his arm or whatever it was, and he was being floated around for trade rumors. And guess what? Well, his value goes down a little bit. You can't trade someone who's hurt. If I'm Tyson, I get traded tonight, I'd be like, I can't play the rest of the year. My ankle's done. It's cooked. That's it.
You want to transition into trade like deadline rumors? There's been a lot of guys floating around. I think one of the notable ones, Bertan from Washington, and then
Davis Bertans.
Yeah, Clint Capella was there for a second, and then that got shut down right away. And I think Andre Drummond and
Celtics aren't.
Markieff Morris is the one I just saw.
Don't make a move.
The only move they make is for Bertans, which I wouldn't be upset with. I think he's pretty good. He's in the 3-point competition this year too.
Really?
Yeah. He's good. I mean, he'd be a bench scorer, but this is our team. Like, there's emotional connection not only for the fans and the team, but fair. Like Danny Ainge is such like a player's GM. Minus the IT stuff, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hop into some DMs real quick. We only got 2 on the main page, and one of them is just the 100 emoji, and then the other one is just Tacko win MVP.
God damn.
So, dang, got a lot of good ones. I'll say it.
Right. No, call up that person that said Tacko wins MVP. Just say out their name.
I closed it. I'm on your questions now, but who's David Blough? David Blough? I don't know. BLOUGH to the Patriots.
Before. Why do I know that name?
Do you know that name, Babz?
David Blough?
Blough?
I think it's Blough. I think we've talked about this before. Why do we know who that is?
From Nona Hunt 9.
He's Purdue's backup quarterback in 2015.
I think I'm taking a Big Ten quarterback other than Ohio State or Michigan.
He signed with Cleveland Browns as an undrafted free agent at the conclusion of the 2019 NFL draft. He's a quarterback. He ended up going onto the Detroit Lions, which he actually played a couple of games this year.
Oh, that's where he played. Okay, that's why we know him.
He has 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with 984 passing yards.
I'll answer that question.
No.
All
right,
prediction for what the teams are going to be in the Final Four for the NFL next year. Who's playing in the championship games?
Ooh.
Chiefs, Ravens.
Chiefs, Ravens, Niners will be back there. Not Seattle.
Good question. Saints, I like that question.
Saints is. I'm still wondering what's going on with Drew Brees. There's no talk about Drew Brees. He's a free agent too. Why does no one talk about Drew Brees? Like, and what is going to happen?
He's not a winner.
He's not marketing himself. He might go to LA. He might end up going to LA Chargers. He might go to Vegas. That could end up being the smokescreen.
I would say, unbiased.
The Vegas Raiders will be in the AFC title game next year.
You said this last year, but they lived in
we
Oakland.
said the Oakland Raiders would be.
No, I didn't say that. Yeah, I said the Vegas Raiders. New Raiders.
I'm gonna say the Ravens, and I'll do a hot take. I don't think the Chiefs are in the AFC Championship again next year.
Lamar Jackson
for the Super Bowl.
I think Lamar Jackson's there.
Lamar Jackson will get injured next year. Lamar Jackson's on his way down. Pat Mahomes is got to get the. Pat Mahomes is going to go back to back next year if the Patriots don't figure it out. I believe in the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a lot of cap worries right now, like Sammy Watkins might not re-sign. He might take a year off. I believe in the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe in Andy Reid to go back to the Super Bowl next year. Win or lose, I think they go back there if the Patriots can't get this shit together.
I'll say right now, just so early. The Super Bowl was days ago. I'll say the Ravens and the Texans are in the AFC Championship next year. Book it. And then NFC side, I'll just say, Packers. I think the Packers have enough to get there again. And then, oh, man, this is tough. Packers and Seahawks.
I knew you were going to say that. It's so weird. In a 7-game series, who wins? Mavs or Celtics? Celtics are 2-0 against the Mavs. They're only getting better. I'm taking Celtics.
Celtics in 3.
Drusilla Wiggins 2. Just send us a smiley face.
That's nice. Let's all smile together.
For the
Ready?
Sox.
Let's all smile together on here. 1, 2, 3.
It's for the Woo Sox.
I'm quitting this show. What'll
be the first time?
Was the Mookie trade anywhere? Yeah, everyone quit. Why am I the catalyst for this thing? Why am I the gas that keeps the car
You're a
running?
scapegoat. You're a scapegoat. You need someone to blame.
What was the... No, all right, we already talked about Mookie.
Tom Brady to Deflategate. That's what you are.
There's so many Red Sox questions that they all say the same thing. We already talked about Mookie. What would be the best possible offseason for the Patriots?
Resign Tom Brady.
Yeah, no.
To me, I know Babz doesn't agree with that.
I mean, the best possible offseason for the Patriots is you sign Tom Brady. So a lot of people said you can do certain signing bonuses and you can like move around money. You sign Tom Brady this offseason, the best possible. You re-sign Gronk, and Gronk comes out of retirement. You get another wide receiver. You draft an O-line. You got to build around that offense. There literally is no way that they can pull this off. And you're like, Babz, you've gotten tattoos. Babz, you're out there. Like, I don't believe that they can put Brady and this team in a good spot. I think the best possible outcome for the Patriots is you move on from Brady and you take that money and you start spending it in other ways. And I think that they end up winning the AFC East and then they go to the AFC title game. That is your best possible outcome for the Patriots. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl.
All right, we're doing breaking news. The celebrity game just got announced. For the
give us the roster.
So instant. Who are we picking? We have Team Stephen A. Smith.
Is he coaching?
He's coaching. Guess who his assistant coach is?
Max Kellerman.
Guy Fieri.
Oh God.
Versus Michael Wilbon and assistant coach Jesse Williams. On Team Stephen A. Chance the Rapper, Quavo, Taylor Bennett, don't know you. LaRoyce Hawkins, don't know you.
Chance
Spice
the Rapper's
Adams,
brother, Taylor Bennett.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh. So he's famous for being Chance the Rapper's brother?
Well, he makes his own music.
Spice Adams, shout out Penn State. Mark Lazary, don't know you. Ronnie 2K. Caitlin Ohashi, don't know you. Lil Rel Howery, don't know you. Asia Wilson.
You
Darius
know who
Miles.
that is. You just don't know what he looked like. He's the cop from. You ever seen that movie Get Out?
Yeah. Which person?
He's the TSA guy.
Lil Rel Howery or Asia Wilson?
Lil Ray. Or Lil Rel, sorry.
And Darius Miles, who's an NBA player. Then we have for Team Michael Wilbon, Common, Bad Bunny, Hannibal Buress, Kane Brown. Kane Brown, the country singer? They play basketball in country?
I would just lost street cred for not knowing Lil Rel and knowing who the country singer is.
Yeah, I don't really
I think Babz is putting lotion on.
Where's Justin Bieber? I thought Justin Bieber would be in this.
Canada. Dude, these are the
No,
latest
he's
people.
good. He's good at celebrity. He's
No, I
good
know.
at the celebrity game.
Dude, I know. These rosters stink.
They stink.
I'm taking Team Stephen A.
Yeah, of
by
course.
20.
You're telling me I'm not going to go with the coaching duo of Stephen
We
A. Smith and Guy Fieri?
We might get more
Quavo?
ratings on. We might get more ratings on this podcast than they do on that celebrity game. I mean, that sounds terrible. Terrible lineups there.
That's a great lineup
What?
on Stephen A's team.
What's better, the celebrity softball game or the celebrity all-star basketball game?
Basketball
I think the softball one is fun. I just don't think it's as advertised. Because those happen all the time, like the charity softball games, and you got all kinds of like football players, basketball players coming together in like the local areas if they're all on the same
No,
teams.
I'm just talking about the actual all-star game weekend. Like, which one's better? Which one would you rather watch?
Oh, NBA's by far.
I disagree. I'd rather watch a softball one.
Really? Seeing J. Cole try to throw down last year was kind of funny from the bench and then performed at halftime.
When's Boston getting an all-star game weekend?
When was the last time we actually had it?
1968 or 1967?
No, 98 for the all-star game for MLB.
No, he's saying the all-star game.
I'm saying NBA, yeah.
Oh, they just meant for any sport.
No.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a good.
That'll never happen. It's too
60s.
cold.
It's literally the 60s. It's the end of the 60s, 67, 68,
It's
right
way
around
too
there.
Cold. No, that's
Know
like
that
a
on
Super
top
Bowl.
of my head.
They went
saying.
to Toronto a few seasons ago. That's chilly.
I think that was just to advertise Toronto.
I think that
say Canada's got a football or basketball team.
the TD Garden, they're redoing that entire area, and I think in a couple of years they're gonna get Indiana has it next year. The Pacers, I believe it's
Really?
next for them. Yeah,
Because
when I was out
gets
there,
it and Boston doesn't get it, then I'm going to.
no, I was out there.
His office and
Riot.
just give him a skin-on-skin noogie with my hand in his bald scalp. All right. Any final thoughts?
Red Sox did get fleeced.
Yeah, Red Sox are gonna suck this summer. The Patriots are gonna have a bad draft, and they're gonna lose Tom Brady. The Bruins and Celtics get early exits. It could be a bad summer, and it could be a bad summer for the Boston area. You're just looking at. No, you're looking at.
Bruins.
Why are the Hey, look at me. The entire podcast, I was wearing the Bruins hat right
They're
here.
good.
No love. They won last night. We got the Bruins. Where's your Bruins there? Where's your Bruins, Tyler?
Buddy.
Bruins Warrior.
As Chance the Rapper once said, "Let's do a hockey." That's my knowledge of hockey.
I cannot wait until the Bruins playoffs start. I've been just waiting for that. They're coasting right now. They're coasting. Playoff hockey's a different animal. I cannot wait.
4 in a row right now for the Bees.
I think that we're going to see this year, finally, the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals both going on in Boston at the same time. That's what's going to pick up the area.
You just said they were each getting early exits.
I didn't say that.
He's 3 buds.
I was joking around. It's
right,
very sad times right now in Boston.
My final thought is Penn State's a basketball school. We'll see you March Madness.
UMass Lowell is a basketball school. We'll see you in March.
Penn State just beat Michigan State last night at Michigan State? No.
Yeah,
yes. UMass Lowell didn't do that.
What happened with Penn State's best basketball? Do you like Penn State's best basketball player? What's his name?
Lamar Stevens, but that wasn't the one I was telling you about before. The one I was telling you about before is a 25-year-old. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Subscribe. 5-star review. A giveaway is on the way.